same build. So they're both in strength HP. They're off.
Yep, there they go.
So let's see what we got in throne room here.
Oh, oh man, that's terrible. The Dragon Lord stole the Ball of Light.
Yeah, I don't even know what the king is saying there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Got a super high roll of 751 gold.
Oof, yeah.
Up to no good. He's using a slightly graphics hacked ROM.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So that's why the difference there. But it's the exact same randomizer seed. As you can see, both the chests were big gold along with the magic key. So
yep.
Nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, I've seen that one floating around. It seems like someone shoehorned in some Dragon Warrior 2 graphics or something.
It's their boat.
Both players saving before they take off.
Yeah, they've got quite a bit of gold, so if they can find a town nearby and pick up some equipment, that'll help them out quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, with this much gold starting off, I would probably do the same.
Alright, they've got some hefty attack power to start out with. 13's not shabby at all.
Nope. Take on, yeah, ghosts are pretty easy at this point.
They have stop spell also, so they're gonna get a little less damage taken here.
Yep. At least until they run into Dragon Lord Fire Breath.
Yeah, who knows?
Both players reach level 2 at almost the same time.
Pretty well in sync to start off the race.
Heal more, that'll help.
That's a good spell.
Yeah. Although at this point they probably would have preferred heal, but...
That's true. Oh, and there's a cave just off to the southeast of the town. What do we got?
Edgeworth surviving with that 1 hit point.
So it's either Swamp North or Swamp South. I didn't get a good look.
Didn't either.
But either way, this early, it's going to be really tough to survive the cave. So up2ng just gives up on it for now. It's like Edgeworth is gonna hit up the magical old man to heal up instead of just death warping and losing half his gold.
Right. Probably wants to hold on to that gold, so... I imagine up2 will do the same in a few minutes. But not before he reaches level 3. 4 power, 3 speed, 3 hit points, and 8 magic.
Yep, there's another heal more for him.
Yep.
That's that's an incremental advantage if he can wait to talk to the magical old man until he's got some more MP. That'll save him a little time.
Yep. Edgeworth also level 3. They learned Hurt at that level.
That'd probably get him past some scorpions if they were in the area. I haven't seen anything like that yet.
Yep. Although with 21 strength, they can probably just fight scorpions straight up.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yes, don't lose your gold.
Yeah, I don't believe either player has found a town yet.
So up2 is going to save, so I imagine he's going to venture out and try to find one now. Not before massacring a Drakey.
Yeah, it looks like Zone Zero's enemies are pretty tame. Mostly ghosts and Drakey. Haven't really seen anything else.
Nothing too bad so far.
Possibly Magidrakes.
Or for Edgeworth. And up2 has found a town. It is Hawksness.
That's not the town you want to find when you start off with gold.
No. Not a lot to buy there. And the fun police send him home. Reset time for up2.
Yep, still gets to write down that map information.
Yep, so at least he knows where Hawksness is now.
Yeah, he'll probably continue exploring in a different direction now.
Yeah, the only problem is the other direction is desert. Edgeworth, meanwhile, deciding to grind a little more. Probably not a bad plan.
Yeah, I don't blame him. The early enemies are seemingly pretty easy for the most part. Levels 2 are easy enough to grind up.
Yep.
You don't need too many experience here this early.
Well, they're up to taking out... Oh, trying to take out a wolf.
Yeah,
Oh,
he doesn't quite have the defense to handle that yet, I don't think. He would have had to have hoped for Wolf to also have hurt or stop spell or something like that.
Yep, you need the wolf to either that or have get some high rolls on the hurt. Now, Magidrake he could probably handle.
Edge one-shot that with hurt, no problem. Previously.
Yep.
And with that kill, he's going to grab level 5.
One
and
power,
a couple
hit points, 5 magic, and a spell.
Couple utility spells, but
And he casts Return even though he's only about 10 steps away, but I guess that's a little faster maybe, I don't know.
heal and get his MP refilled anyway. He's got 42 MP already at level 5, so...
Yep, and I would imagine now would be a good time just to explore. Level 5, he's got decent strength and some decent amount of hit points.
Oh, up to NG. Very, very close to killing that wolf with 2 hurts. He actually did get some high rolls, but so did the wolf.
And he just has to roll with it. He's not going to reset.
Yeah, he did hit level 4 previously, and he hasn't found the town yet, so...
Yeah,
He's still got the option of resetting should he find a town with, like, a broadsword or something like that.
right. I agree with that strategy, by the way. I wouldn't reset it after killing a few enemies either at this point. Since you haven't found a town at all. Doesn't appear to be much nearby except for Hawksness. He does find an Arbor Knight.
Yeah, meanwhile, Edgeworth finds that rogue scorpions have fire breath of some sorts. So he also quickly resets. About 5 seconds and cast return to get out of the throne room as opposed to taking the stairs out. He's got plenty of MP to spare, so it's not the worst idea.
Yeah, it won't cost him too much. Hopefully.
Yeah, it basically costs him 1 heal more. Alright,
Edgeworth heading east. See if he can find a town.
looks like we're starting off pretty close to the east coast of the world.
Yep, not too far away.
Southeast corner of the world, in fact.
Oof.
So,
Dragonlord Fire from the Rogue Scorpion.
yep.
There's one you don't
So
want
this
to
does
fight.
open up the possibility of a really crazy overworld clue. With Tanagal being in or near a corner.
Yep.
Manages to run away from a rogue scorpion at 29 agility. And a Star Wyvern. So he's got some pretty good run luck to start off with, but
Oh,
he's not really finding anything out here.
Dragonlord Wrath for Edgeworth.
Still manages to die.
Yep. I'm like fire to the face.
Meanwhile, up to NG, 1 experience point away from the next level. Looking for a chance here, but skeletons have sleep. Might be kind of tough. Still
He
plugging
got
away
it.
at it though. Manages to 2-shot a skeleton for level 5.
Edgeworth finds Hawksness and is sorely disappointed. Walks back out.
Yeah, even with a few more spells in his scroll book, he's not prepared to handle Hawksness at all.
Yep, and he comes across a red dragon. Reset.
Oh, we got some more fun police on the overworld here, but I don't know if we're gonna match the level of red dragon hate we saw last night.
Let's see what's to the southwest. Nothing.
Both players have roughly the exact same amount of progress so far.
Yep. Up2 has
Still very, very early.
slight experience lead now. He was behind earlier, so he caught up.
These skeletons have been doing him some good.
So, if this is Swamp Cave. Yeah, Edgeworth looks like he's going to go through Swamp Cave.
Yeah, I think it's about time now with sleep, things like that. Yeah, I believe that's
debating.
Swamp North then. Nope, what is... I guess I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah, don't know if he knows which cave this is.
Yeah, it almost seems like he thinks this is Garen's grave.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a rude awakening from skeletons. They not only have the sleep spell, but they apparently have baby fire. That is a lethal combination for up to no good. Although he is level 6 now.
Oh, missed that. Now Up2 is going to head through Swamp Cave. He knows it's Swamp Cave.
Yeah, level 6 didn't give him any real stats,
Yeah,
but
he
he should still be okay. Oh, well then, that's pretty good.
Because he just used it on the skeleton.
Indeed. Well, Edgeworth is going to want to get level 6 as soon as possible then.
Yes. Now it is time to explore.
Hurtmore is very key.
Yeah, it looks like Edgeworth has finally figured out. They both come out of the Swamp Cave at the same time. And there's Sharlock. Up2, not quite sure what to think of that. Might be mapping or something.
Yeah, it's always tough to map outside of the other end of Swamp Cave because you just have no idea what edge of the world you're on.
Right. Oof. Edgeworth comes across a stone man. Not equipped to handle him at this point.
Nope, unfortunately, but up to no good. Hits level 7, earns the outside spell.
I mean, quick trip back when he decides to go back. Of course, he has returned, so that would do it as well.
I mean, I don't know that that's a factor here. I think the best use for outside at this point is going to be Tablet Cave if he sees it.
That's true. Or Garen's grave. Assuming he has keys.
Well, if he has keys, then he doesn't want to outside from Garen's grave. He probably wants to gold grind.
That's a good point.
Although,
Assuming
we are
there's
yet
gold.
to find a town, so
True.
not much point in gold grinding quite yet. It looks like he likes what he sees in the enemy formations just outside of Swamp South here. We've got Knights, which are among the very best Hurtmore targets early on. And so he's quickly approaching level 8.
Yep, I believe a knight is what got him level 7, so... You can sleep and hurt. Edgeworth takes
Using
out a
that sleep spell to his advantage as well to pick up level 6 on a wolf.
wolf. Yep,
And he's going to get the good news as well of learning the Hurtmore spell.
yep. I love having sleep early just for reasons like that. These mid-level
Yeah,
enemies are just
very,
a little out of reach.
As a spell, I think, sleep. There are a lot of situations where it can really save your bacon.
Yep. Not to mention running from stone men, which he could have used earlier.
Edgeworth finds a town, but also finds the fun police.
Yep, that was Hawksness though. He already knows that where that is.
It looked like about the same area here, so not too much help with the swamp cave transporting him anywhere. Oh wow, up to no good with some severe bad luck, getting hurt more resisted from a Wraith Knight.
Yep. That'll happen once in a while. Now, I think Edgeworth actually cast Return. Or maybe he got sent back by the Stone Man, I can't remember, but...
Well, he did die to the Fun Police.
Yeah, definitely did. And he's found a cave.
Yep, just a little bit west of Tanagle, maybe 2 screens west.
Yep. It looks like the grave, but I'm not sure.
Yep, I believe this is Garen's grave. So he's gonna try and pick up these 3 chests early and get keys. He does have Hurtmore just in time to be fighting things like wyverns inside Garen's grave.
Yep. Now this is interesting. It looks like up2 might try his hand at the Hawksness enemy.
Yeah, I think that's a solid idea early on, honestly. If you do find something that you can kill with a Hurtmore,
Hurtmore's
that's
the trees.
really nice.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an Armored Knight, he can survive 1 hit, or if it's an Axe Knight, then...
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think an Armored Knight's gonna work with only 22 defense. They'd have to have, like, Hurt or 80 Fire or something like that. This itself seems to have some pretty solid enemies to kill, too. Like, this is a pretty good spot for him to grind. Certainly to level 9, if not a little bit later than that as well. Knights and Druid Lords both totally Hurtmoreable.
Looks like Edgeworth, he got the stones, I believe.
Oh, I missed all that, unfortunately.
Maybe chat can verify. I think it's what I saw there. Finds Rimalder.
Ooh.
So he will now have keys.
And the best shop in the world, apparently. Flame
Yeah.
Sword, Magic Armor, and Silverfield. So if he's able to gold grind, he knows where to get all the stuff.
Yep, it's like the Apple Store of armor shops here.
Yeah, there you go.
The most expensive stuff you can buy.
Alright, what do we got at the tree? Oh, it's a golem who immediately kills him for violating his nap spot. So unfortunately, Golem fully resists hurt, so I don't think he's going to be returning until he at least gets the Fairy Flute or a bunch of HP to tank it.
Yep. And probably a better weapon, which is better than nothing.
So Edgeworth is going to get keys. I'm curious to see, once he picks up the chest in town here, if he chooses to go back to Grave and try the gold grind immediately, or just cast Return, check out the treasury, and see what's up.
Yeah. We shall see. Well, he's walking out of
He'd
town.
be taking a chance if he went to Grave right away, because he doesn't have keys. He'd only be able to get the first 3 chests, most likely. Well, it turns out Funkley's made this choice for him.
Yep.
He's heading back to town. One-way ticket.
I imagine now he'll check out the treasury.
Yep, that's the first thing I'd do. Let's see what bounties await.
An herb.
Got an herb. A cursed belt. So the gold grind is in play.
Yep, there is gold.
Yeah, we've seen a couple seeds where there was just no gold in the treasury whatsoever.
Yep.
Sometimes the gold grind is possible, sometimes it's not. And we'll also get to see what's hiding in Tanagle's basements. Lighted caves to check. Got Mountain Cave, it could be Tablet Cave. Let's see what we got. And it's just Stone's Cave, which this time has Silver Harp instead of Stone's Sunlight.
Not random enough.
I like it, it's just enough of a twist on random.
That's true.
Still a plot item, but it's a different one. And it's in the right order too. Sometimes it's frustrating. You know, imagine if this cave were on the overworld somewhere, and you had Staff of Rain guy in Tentacle Basement instead. You know, sometimes that can just be super frustrating, scouring the map looking for these plot items, but not this time.
Yeah, so at least that silver harp was easy to find, and no one confirmed that they got the stones, but I'm pretty sure he did, so we'll assume that for now.
Yeah, we'll be able to confirm that once up2ng finds it.
Yep.
I believe he's fairly close, but I could be wrong. Well,
ooh, Golem!
not anymore.
Smacks Edgeworth in the face. Surprise.
Wah wah. Imagine he'll just head right back. At this point would be to try and open those Garen's Grave chests and gold grind my face off.
Yeah, he does know where Rimaldar is, and they have all the items.
Yeah, getting all that stuff early on, even though you have Hurt More, is just a huge benefit, especially with kind of low HP they're starting off with.
Yeah, the defense would definitely help a lot. Even the sword would help them stay out a bit longer without using all their MP.
Yeah, absolutely. Although at level 9 here, there is definitely no shortage of MP. We're already up to 83 MP.
Wow. Yep, that is
So,
true.
just like last night, we've got tons of MP to work with. It might be HP and power that end up being the hang-ups again. Alright, so up2 finds Garen's Grave as well. We'll see if he can figure out where he is. He does have the Radiant spell, though, so it should be fairly obvious. He's thinking about it. Think about it. I think you can spare that 2 MP there.
Nope, he decides not to.
Yeah, well, he's a grown-up. He can make his own decisions. Looks like Edgeworth is going to try his luck in Hawksness.
Yep. I imagine he'll have
Hey, there we go. up2ng makes his way to the 3 chests.
an herb, gold, and the Stones of Sunlight.
And immediately casts outside, though. He has not found Rimaldar, so he doesn't have keys.
Right.
So,
No point in staying there any
that's
longer.
probably the right play here. There's no reason to just take a death.
I imagine Edgeworth will
Ooh.
be very unhappy to see this golem.
Yeah, he does manage to run away. Meanwhile, up2ng finds a nasty surprise. Drakima is hiding some major Dragonfire behind it. Well, not Dragonfire, but Hurt More. Same kind of deal, though.
Yeah.
Edgeworth just about out of MP, maybe regretting casting Return. And decides to suicide after gaining level 9.
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
sorry, level 8.
Get you home faster. Not concerned with the gold right now. He's probably going to grind at some point here.
Yeah, I don't know if the tracker's still acting up today, so we got up2ng's got stones.
Oh,
Edgeworth is level 9.
Edgeworth is indeed level 9. Okay. That's just me slacking off.
Nope, no worries. This is a tough job. We appreciate you doing all the work. Just talk. This is easy. Alright, yep, DW edit. Edgeworth has found Rimaldar. up2ng has not. They've both found Hawksness. It's not too far northwest of town, but the tree has a golem in it. so we do not know if or what it's guarding.
Alright, Edgeworth has found where the other end of the swamp cave is. There's Sherlock.
Yeah, we know it wasn't too far because they both found, they found Hoxus coming out of the swamp cave south. And unfortunately, the area around Sherlock is full of fun police.
Does appear to be.
So Edgeworth, much like Jackamus yesterday, might be in his own little Red Dragon personal hell. Up to No Good has learned his lesson about Drakimas and immediately hurt Moore's one in the face before it can hurt Moore him first. So that's good to remember. It's good to have that skill to remember what enemies have the lethal attacks.
Yep, and up to has found Rimaldar. So he will also have keys.
So he's going to be in pretty much the same position.
Yep, they are fairly even at this point. He'll get the harp shortly, so he'll be even quest-wise. He's a slight lead in experience, but not much.
Edgeworth gets lucky, manages to survive a hit from an armored knight and not get ambushed.
Yep.
So he can hurt Morik twice for 172 experience.
That's the second time he's done that, I think, so he's going to do it again.
It's always a good feeling to get those early hurt Moors working. He's had some trouble against Wraith Knights early as well. Well, let's just kill a third Armored Knight for good measure. Yeah. And that's going to put him back in the lead in experience.
Yeah, he is going to grind on him for a little while, it looks like.
Yep, he's got a plan. And he keeps running into him, too. It's nice when you have a plan and you encounter the things you want to encounter.
And there's level 10. 10 power, 14 speed, 10 magic. It's a pretty good level.
Yeah, that's very solid.
Up2 finds fun police. Goodbye.
So Edgeworth gets stop spelled here. Decides to basically just suicide against this Star Wyvern for the free heal. Oh. He kills it.
Yeah.
Did not expect that. Doing 3 and 4 damage. So he must have hurt more to start with, then got stop spelled and tried to finish it off.
Yeah. Yeah, once you hit it with hurt more, it doesn't have a lot of HP, so now he's going to suicide in the swamp.
So while Up2 is doing all these errands between Rimaldar and Tanagle, gathering all the information, buying more keys, just taking a bigger and bigger lead here on experience.
Yep, he has caught up.
It's still very close.
Yeah, it's not a big enough lead to make much difference yet.
Again, I'd really like to see, I mean, up2ng just learned of everything that he can do with keys. But I'd really like to see both these guys try and gold grind. They both know what's going on in Rimaldar. They both know the treasury. They've both seen Garen's grave.
It looks like that might be what Edgeworth is going to do.
Yeah, he casts Radiant, lets everybody know that, yes, he is indeed in the grave.
Debating whether to grab those 3 chests again or not.
Would not need to pick up a redundant copy of Stones of Sunlight.
Yep.
And take up space in his inventory.
Well, luckily that can't happen with the stones. So.
Right. Does happen with the token, though.
Yeah, it does happen with the token until 2.0. That will be fixed there.
Hooray!
Finally got around.
So by virtue of picking up those 3 chests, he can activate Gold Glitch when he dies. But he'll probably still try and pick up the other 2 chests down here if he can.
Yeah, while he's in here, he definitely wants to grab those. Just to make sure it's nothing he needs. I mean, we have possibly the token and Erdrick's sword. Maybe the death necklace. I don't know if that would come into play or not.
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, he's got lots of MP to try and grind a bit while he's doing this, so it's not just completely unproductive time if there's no good treasures to be found.
Yeah, technically, in this case, they only need to grab one chest in the grave in order to gold grind.
Yeah, you're right, because of Tentacle Basement.
Yep, because they could grab the hard chest again and then go back to the treasury.
Yeah, that's very true. Alright, up2 is going to hit level 10. And he finds what looks to be a new cave. And we've got Rainbow Drop. Or at least we know where it will be.
We have found the jerk.
And we get a bridge to nowhere as well, but quite a bit of swamp. Not really worth checking out.
Massive 3 damage to a Star Wyvern. Could really use a weapon about now.
Hey, 3 damage is enough.
Yeah, got it done. So I didn't see what was in that the other chest.
First chest was boring, whatever it was. Oh, his radiant runs out. He gets too lost. He can't feel the ground for the chest.
Yep. Hit Radiant again, and meanwhile, up2 has found Garanham.
Ooh,
So
that's a nice find with heat, for sure.
Yep. And it has the
And he
magic
picks
armor.
Picks up a large shield in lieu of a hand axe. With Hurtmore, that seems like the correct choice.
Probably.
Plus, who knows, the 3 chests back here may just have Erdrick's sword anyway.
Ooh.
Alright.
Edgeworth does not make it to
Well,
the final
Edgeworth
chest.
dies to an armored knight. No, he did make it to
Oh,
the
he did
final
make it?
chest. It was just an herb, so he is going to be able to gold grind if he remembers. Man, level 11, he's got 107 max MP already. He remembers how to gold grind. Well, he picked up all 5 chests in Garen's grave, so it's kind of impossible to screw this up.
Right, yeah, he's already in the glitch mode, so...
Yep, and as you can see, here's our explanation for gold grinding. I imagine most of the people watching have kind of already seen this a few times.
Yeah.
But the short story is, by virtue of a glitch, picking up 5 treasure chests in a location and then dying means that you are able to take that 6th chest in Tanagle repeatedly.
Yep, and that's because of the 3 in the throne room that get added.
Yep.
They get counted. So the maximum is 8.
He's gonna probably just take the maximum here, which is 32,300. That's not the maximum, but that's the most you need to buy anything you want.
Right.
That is the 9,800 from Flame Sword, plus the 7,700 from Magic Armor, plus the 14,800 from Silver Shield.
Yep, and that's probably a good plan since he knows where to buy all 3 items.
Yep, and he currently has no equipment whatsoever.
Right.
So he's gonna get some huge stats from that.
And meanwhile, I've missed a level from each player. Let's fix that. Alright. He gets wings, some gold, and some more wings.
And oh, look what that is in Garen's basement. It's the Staff of Rain. So up2 takes a quick lead in the plot items.
Yep. All that's left for him, well, he needs the token, and of course, sword and armor. Looks like he'll probably get a hand axe now. He does.
Yep. Does attack power a little bit. May not need to hurt more Drakimas anymore. With, what, 65 attack power or something like that? 64?
Yep, 64.
Nope, never mind. He hurt more as one anyway.
Just to be sure.
Wait, chat telling us up2 got the token already? When did he find Cole? When did we miss this? We're really slacking off here.
I didn't see Cole at all. Huh. Okay, well, that's two people saying... No, let's see, one person saying he got it. And two people saying he got it, so we'll go with it.
This is a bit of trolling here. I'm not sure. I trust nothing. Well...
We'll go with it for now.
I don't know. The jerk went along with this ruse, too, so I suppose... Yeah, up2's got Rainbow Drop already, so he pretty much just wants to find Cantlin at this point, I think.
Oh, okay. You got the Rainbow Drop, and...
He did indeed. It was right here.
Completely missed all of that, somehow.
Yeah, we're great at our jobs, let me tell you.
Yep. The best.
So Edgeworth is still ahead in the experience department, but up2 takes a commanding lead in the plot items department.
Yep.
It's really all about finding Cantlin at this point. Obviously, we found Hawksness, and that could have the armor as well. But if he finds Cantlin, he's guaranteed to get a clue either for the armor or the fairy flute.
Okay, I'm guessing I missed Edgeworth buying equipment. Because he has no gold left.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable choice. He's certainly got a sword in his hand anyway.
Yeah. Looks like he has a shield as well, so we'll assume he went to Remolder and got the most expensive items.
Look, I'm too busy typing emotes in chat to pay attention to what's actually going on in the race.
Yeah, saw him encountering the Red Dragon, was about to mention something about him losing all of the gold, and then realized, oh, he doesn't have the gold anymore.
No, curiously, he had about 3,000 left, which I'm not really sure why he'd have.
Yeah, that's...
But I didn't watch the end of the gold grind to see how much exactly he got, so maybe he just went over a little bit on the gold just to make sure if he didn't remember how much all the items added up to.
Maybe.
Yeah, experience difference actually pretty small at this point, only 300. So I would almost say up2's kind of in the lead here. He's behind a level, but he's going to get that fairly quickly. Decides not to take a chance on a Star Wyvern, though.
Interesting.
I probably would have, although he is extremely far away on the map. He is in the northwest corner, so he doesn't want to lose that progress.
Yeah, that could be his hesitance.
Finding Cantlin right now is super huge. Mountain Cave could potentially be good news for him as well. He hasn't done the gold grind yet, so he doesn't have a silver shield. Incentivized to do that.
Dealt 68 damage to the Star Wyvern and then ran. That's an interesting little land formation there. Almost looks like Zelda 2.
Yeah, just a little bit. Gotta check the spot for a heart container.
Yeah.
Up2ng uses his last Hurtmore on a Star Wyvern. Needs one more attack to get through and manages to pull it through.
Edgeworth.
He's now level 11.
Finds the tablet cave.
Alright, well, this is a potential location for Erdrick's sword. Instead, he's going to get the torch. And find out that he can't cast Return from inside a cave. That usually doesn't work very well.
Yeah. Nothing happened. I like how in the later games when you do that, you crack your head on the ceiling.
How do you really?
Yeah.
We're still on the hunt for Caitlin. Up2 finds a cave, but I'm pretty sure it's a cave he's already seen before. Well, tries to cast Radiant, but forgets he has no MP left, but luckily he's got a couple torches in tow.
So it's not to use one, though.
Tablet, right? Yep. This is Tablet Cave, so...
Yeah, that's what
Unfortunately, because he's out of MP, he's not going to be able to outside back out, so that's going to lose him about 20-25 seconds. 15 since Edgeworth wasted 5 seconds casting Return in here, so it's not that bad. And he's going to get a refund on the torch he just used.
Alright. Back to neutral.
Yeah, Erdrick's Nightlight.
Use a torch to get a torch. Well, Edgeworth now has almost every spell except for Repel. The one spell you kind of want at this point.
Well, there's another reason to try and find Caitlin. Pick up that ever-useful fairy water.
Yep.
Ooh, Edgeworth's found another cave in the desert here. I think this has to be Mountain Cave, then. If I'm not mistaken. If I've been paying close enough attention, but... Wolf Lord has big Dragon Breath. 68 damage. He will not get a chance to explore that cave right now. But he dusts himself off, casts Return, and gets walking again. Right back at it. So Up2 planning his next move here. Again, I'd really like to see a gold grind. He knows where all the good stuff is. His agility actually is pretty decent, though. He could also be thinking he doesn't really need to grind for equipment. He's going to get the armor inevitably. He's got Hurtmore, so he doesn't need the sword right away. And his agility might be enough that a large shield will carry him. So, I mean, the gold grind does take time to do. Getting it set up takes some time, too. He might also be thinking, hey, I've been through half of Garen's Grave already. I'll just wait until Mountain Cave. And then hope to skip Garen's Grave chests. Looks like Edgeworth does finally get away from the fun police.
Getting a few frame drops here. I don't know if it's me or...
The frame drops too. Up2 is kind of pausing, almost as if he's counting out steps, but he does not have that information yet. Neither player does. Neither player has found Caitlin. I'm finding a few more enemies to kill. Lots of Magiwyverns here. Would kill him given a turn, but they die in one shot to Hurtmore, so not a big deal. So Edgeworth is getting a bit of an experience lead again. It's a little over 1,000 now.
Yep. His lead is growing, and that death to a fun police isn't going to help.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff can make the difference, although to be fair, Edgeworth has had his share of fun police kills as well.
Yep. They're always around for that.
Welcome to Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Indeed. Nothing is certain but death.
I have heard some tales of some deathless runs, but they're very, very few and far between. Plus, a lot of the time you actually just want to kill yourself so you can gold grind.
True. We'll have to fix that in 2.0, make sure it doesn't happen anymore.
Alright, so Edgeworth finds that desert cave he died to the Wolf Lord 2 just outside of, and with it being the last cave that we hadn't seen yet, it is the mountain cave. So this is our last chance to find Erdrick's sword before Charlock, I believe. I skip, I forget about Tablet Cave or the chest in Rimmildar, but I think we've got both those covered. We've got all of Garen's grave covered. Got Garen itself covered, Tanagle Treasury.
Yep.
Either the sword's here or it's in Charlock. You know what that means, chat.
Release your bets.
I think, once again, we've got the trifecta in play too, right? No Fighter's Ring, no Death Necklace yet?
I have not seen either one, no.
Yeah, ooh. Let's see if we can make up for yesterday. I got 2 out of the 3 correct. Couldn't quite make the trifecta. Unfortunately, no trifecta in play anymore. Edgeworth finds the Fighter's Ring.
Yep.
In Mountain Cave.
Does either player have the scale yet? I haven't.
Yes. I can't tell you which one, but
okay.
I do remember somebody equipped it. Ruins all the betting fun. Finds Erdrick's sword in Mountain Cave.
Just a plethora of treasury there.
So that'll actually be kind of nice for Up to No Good to find. Since he has not done a gold grind for Flame Sword, that's going to save him a little bit of time. Assuming he finds Mountain Cave.
Edgeworth now up to level 13. 2 levels ahead for the moment.
Yeah, not much of a stat boost at level 13. So it's just going to be more of the same, although he gets to try out his shiny new Erdrick sword. His back scratcher +1. No Fighter's Ring, no sword in Charlock. Death Necklace is in Charlock, but with our HP levels, it's really looking bleak for the potential on that one.
Yep.
So no real need to even check the treasury. Up to No Good, taking some more AK-47 abuse. Not able or willing to hurt more to death.
Looks like neither player really in any position to fight the golem yet that's in Hawksness.
Well, Edgeworth did just find Cantlin. He just bought the Dragon Scale, but I don't believe he's equipped it yet. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. There we go. Don the Scale of the Dragon. Edgeworth now has the scale. I believe Up to already had the scale. I could be wrong.
Okay. We will assume.
I do remember him buying it from Garenham. Alright, let's see if we got crazy coordinates. Oh, that's not very crazy.
What was
It's
that?
to the south of Tanagle. We're already in the southeast corner. So that has to be real close to the coast. It is 64 spots west. But that's not that bad. A little surprised he's healing himself out of Cantlin instead of just casting Return or suiciding to go get whatever the overworld spot is. Go by Fairy Water first for the trip. That might actually be a smart idea. If he doesn't have Repel yet.
Well, now that's interesting. It's like the commentary app just crashed on me, so
Oh.
let's get that back up and running.
Well, alright then.
It just vanished all of a sudden.
Well, I can still see everything on the stream so far.
Yeah, it's still showing at the moment, but I guess.
So now we've got, once again, we've got a little bit of a divergence in the route. Edgeworth's found Cantlin, so he knows the coordinates, but he hasn't found Cole yet, which has the token. So we'll see. Up2 is still going to explore and try and find what he can. Looks like he might be heading towards Garen's grave to try and get those two bottom chests. Nope, maybe not. Missed it.
Yeah, luckily it's still showing on OBS, so I can fix all their stats and everything.
Oh, really unlucky ambush from an AK-47 just after he walked through the swamp. Gets one-shotted and sent back to the throne room. In the meantime, though. Oh, and just like I predicted, Edgeworth does buy some fairy water, although he travels all the way to Breckenary to do it.
Okay, back up and running now.
Alrighty.
So our timer's going to be wrong, but it is what it is.
Oh, well, there we go. That's okay. These guys are just going to look like they're the best racers ever. That's fine. Yep, you got up2 at level 12. Yep, looks updated. Gale equipped.
Oh, scale. Yep, I did
Yep,
miss that.
Edgeworth also has Fighter's Ring.
Right. Okay, got it. Now we should be good. Like I said, luckily it was still showing on OBS, so I could look at that and see what all they had.
Ha, there you go. Yeah, up2's gonna have a little more problems exploring. He has much lower defense than Edgeworth does, thanks to that gold grind.
Yeah, sorry to DW edit. The commentary app got eaten by Linux. So I went to turn it back on. It showed a Linux terminal there for a minute.
So up2's still on the lookout for Cantlin. Might be about to 100% the map in order to do so. Hopefully it doesn't 300% the map in order to do so. Runs into the Fun Police, which luckily have Baby Dragon Breath, so he actually managed to survive. Well, survives the first one anyway. Not so much the second one.
Oof. This Fun Police having a field day.
Yep. They don't rest on the job, that's for sure. A lot of this at this point is going to come down to their exploration luck. Both players still looking for things on the map. Edgeworth hasn't found coal yet. Up2 looking for Cantlin. He's also looking for the mountain cave, I believe. And that's way in the northwest of the map, if I recall. I'm still a little surprised Edgeworth hasn't just cast Return and walked out the overworld spot. Maybe he's thinking, if I find coal and that has the armor, I don't need to waste my time doing that necessarily. Because once you have the armor, you might be okay to go to Hawksness.
Maybe.
Probably not. The HP is too low.
Yeah, that's the big problem right now, is that the amount of damage they'll take.
Yeah, there's really no scenario where Edgeworth isn't gonna need a gold item now that he knows it exists. Even if Cole has the armor, he still needs the token. If Cole has the token, he still needs the armor. He does get to avoid one of Cole. Don't know which one necessarily. And it's not likely he's going to be able to get through Hawksness without the flute.
Yep. Not for a little
while. If Hawksness has the flute, then sure, but then he's still got to do the overworld item. I would just go with, you already know the coordinates. They're not that far, and it's actually probably a really easy path. I'd just do it. Just get it over with.
Yep. Might as well.
And normally I would say, as commentators, as, Monday morning quarterbacks, it's easy for us to say, oh, you should definitely do this, knowing things we know, but we actually don't know what's in Hawksness or on the overworld. We haven't seen enough to figure that out yet.
Yep. At this point, he's going to need the flute to beat the golem to even find out what's in Hawksness. So the best bet is probably the overworld item. And 34 hit points. So now, possibly, he could fight the golem. He might have enough hit points to withstand 2 hits.
Yeah, 85 defense. That's okay. That's for golems. That's okay. It's not amazing, but with 96 hit points,
oh yeah.
I'll say one thing though. He is in a part of the world that's very far away. Again, he's on the west coast. So if Cole is somewhere, it's likely over here for him. And you don't want to lose this walking progress because there's no easy way to get back over here.
Oh yeah, and he has the magic armor, so you're talking about Edgeworth, right? So yeah, he has the magic armor, so he doesn't immediately need Erdrick's armor if it is in Hawksness.
Right.
But the next time he makes a trip back to Tanager, he has the hit points now that he could actually stand a chance.
Yeah, he's almost out of resources at this point, down to 11 MP. He's praying he can find Cole right away, but may or may not get the opportunity.
Yep, he is down.
AK-47 squad is out to get him.
1 MP, 3 hit points. I think he is about done.
Yeah, and this is actually a bit of an opportunity for up2 here. When you're wandering the countryside with no MP to hurt more things, you're not getting experience, and so up2 is going to be able to catch up a little bit here while Edge wanders around. Though, luckily for Edge, a Star Wyvern's going to take that choice away from him again, send him back to the throne room, and I think now for sure he should either try to Hawksness or count things out.
Yeah. No, actually, yeah, shift the the commentary app crashed, so that timer's not right. I knew someone would ask.
So, Edgeworth is gonna go through Swamp Cave. That might be a closer route to get to Hawksness. Well, unfortunately, he's casting outside from the wrong end, so that's just going to send him back to the entrance.
Not quite aware of the mechanics there.
Yep, that's okay. Hopefully that's a mistake you only make once. It looks like he is counting out Tanagle steps now.
Yep.
It should be a fairly straight shot.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any rivers in the way.
9 south and 64 west, I believe.
64 west, yep.
Yeah, so that's not too hard of a thing to count, at least in this case.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's 50-50 chance. It's either the Fairy Flute or the armor. We've already seen the token in Cole, although he has not.
Yep. So as far as he's concerned, he's got a 2/3 shot of getting something he needs.
Right, and by virtue of getting a clue at all, he knows there's something there. And having seen the Golem in Hawksness, he knows no matter what it is, it's useful.
That's true. Although, like I said, now he has enough hit points, he might not need the flute to beat the Golem. The commentary app's giving him 66% chance to win against the Golem.
Oh, neat. That's actually surprisingly low, so Golems must be able to do more than half his HP and damage then, because he's got plenty of heal mores to just tank it.
Yeah, it's possible they could hit for 50.
Okay.
I'm not sure what. Let's see here, actually. Enemy damage 19 to 39. So actually, he could take 2 hits if he just. I'm not sure why maybe he just runs out of MP before.
No, that's not. I mean, unless they have heal more. I mean, yeah, that. I'm questioning the odds on this thing now. He's got to be able to kill it forcefully.
It does have heal more. Okay.
Well,
Spoiler,
he's got stop
sorry.
spell, so.
Yeah, he does have stop spell, but.
You know, that's fixable too.
Yeah, still beatable.
Alright, up to is hit level 13. Using the sleep and run away tactic against stone men.
Yeah, just like the Dragon
Alright,
battle.
so Edgeworth is counting out these steps. I think he's just found cold, though. He's going to finish counting out and search.
Yep.
A real nice surprise with not only the token being right here, but the rainbow drop not being far away either. If he's able to make it past this red dragon...
Hopefully he marks some landmarks. He does have heal more, so he actually can beat this red dragon. So
yeah, supposing there's no sleep or heal more surprises here.
Yeah.
Should be okay.
Looks like it's just attacking, so...
I think they have Baby Fire as well.
Okay, well that's less dangerous actually than... yeah, it's
right.
less dangerous than their attack, so... It's actually a good thing there.
They do have heal. They don't have heal more, so it's not a huge setback, but...
Yeah, I probably wouldn't bother stop spelling it, but...
Well, his attack power is not the best.
He's doing 20 damage, and that's roughly the max it can heal. You just keep hitting it, and eventually it won't.
Oh wow, that red dragon was right on the spot.
Oh wow.
However, it is just the Fairy Flute. That means we know the armor is guarded by Golem in Hawksness.
Yep. So he does want that flute. That's going to make the battle a lot easier.
Up2 finds Breckenary.
And he's walking away from the town. Maybe is that Cole?
I thought it was Cole. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, possibly it's not. Maybe he's already been there.
I don't know. Yeah. I really thought that was Cole, and he was kind of right here. Back us up on this.
Dataplet says that's Rimmeldar.
Okay.
So that may be...
Well, up2 finds Cantlin now.
Yep. So he will have the coordinates.
Yep, and so he knows the coordinates have either the armor or the Fairy Flute, which is going to lead to the armor. And so, luckily, these instructions are pretty foolproof. He's not going to accidentally go 64 east of Tanagal. That would put him in the ocean. And hopefully he can just juggle 9 south instead of 9 north and be okay.
Right. Yeah, worst case, he just has to go 18 south, so...
Most part, people will confuse east and west far more than they'll do north and south.
Yeah, north and south are, for some reason, much harder to confuse.
Well, just in case up2 wants it, the lower salesman in Cantlin also has every good item. He does pick up leather armor from it.
Yep. For
a small defense boost, and he's going to stop by the fairy water vendor as well. So good to see some slightly unused strategies here, picking up fairy waters.
Yep, being at these high levels without repel, they start coming in handy.
Alright, well, it looks like he's going to change his mind on the leather armor. He's found another salesman with half plate.
Alright,
so that's going to help out his golem fight. Doesn't know that he's going to have to fight it yet. And Edgeworth is closing in on level 15 here. This Armored Knight's going to put him 2 experience away.
Yep, he has almost a 3,000 point lead now.
Up2 briefly considered just casting Return out of Cantlin. Chooses to explore some more instead. He still hasn't found Mountain Cave. Except now he has.
Yep.
Just north of Cantlin.
Level 15 for Edgeworth. 10 hit points, that's nice. 5 power. Not much else.
Yep, it's pretty much all about the power at this point. He's got enough hit points now to handle the Dragon Lord. The MP is there as well, so pretty much just a matter of getting another 20 strength or so.
Yep. You know, needs 20 strength or about 50 more MP. Maybe he can do it.
Sure. Actually, I still think way more than that.
Yeah. Well, if he had the Death Necklace, then he had enough HP.
Oh, sure. Alright, so up2 is going to explore Mountain Cave. He's going to get some pretty good news between Fighter's Ring and Erdrick's Sword here. Meanwhile, Edgeworth is going to play that Fairy Flute. And as soon as he kills this golem here, he's going to have Erdrick's armor. And he's just going to go right back on the hunt for coal.
It didn't look like up2 got the Fighter's Ring. I think he got the sword. And
he got the Fighter's Ring.
Did? Okay.
He got the sword. He just cast Outsight immediately.
Yep.
He says, you know what? I don't care about the Death Necklace possibility. I've got everything I could possibly want from chess. Not even going to waste my time getting it.
Did you see him put the ring on?
I didn't.
Okay, so we will...
He definitely picked it up. To glance at his stats a little bit, we can fairly easily tell if it's strength plus 40 or strength plus 42.
Alright, there's 2 chatters
Chat
it's on, so...
Yep, chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
So up2 is going to be counting out steps now. So again, I mean, Edge is up by quite a bit of experience. He's ahead by 2 levels, but he still needs to find coal. And that could give up2 a lot of opportunity to grind it back. His current path, he's going to get the Fairy Flute on the overworld. He's probably going to head straight to Hawksness after that. He might be grinding on the golems once he does that. He's got everything once he picks up the armor. I mean, he's missing Silver Shield, but I don't think that's going to be a huge factor this race.
Yep. Edgeworth got the armor, right?
Edgeworth is looking for Cole. Cole has the token he needs.
Yeah, it looks like their agility is reasonably high, so Silver Shield not absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I mean, with Edgeworth's setup, he's currently defense breaking most of the things that could be in Charlock, and up2 isn't, but it's pretty close. Ooh, up2 is actually quite a bit east of where he needs to be. He's going to search around, but if he's going to make it, he's going to have to search quite a bit. He's roughly on, well, he's like 2-3 spots away. But yeah, he might have to return back and try again. He's just getting further and further away from the searches now. Did not count it out correctly. Finally gives up and casts return. He's going to have to try again.
Yep, unfortunately it does happen sometimes.
Yeah, I've done it several times myself. That is something I need to work on for sure. It's just so easy to get distracted by enemies and small lakes in the way. It's so easy to lose count. And I mean, these are fairly simple coordinates. At least they're straightforward, but it's still 73 steps away. You know, this isn't a 2 north, 5 east type deal where you just look at the screen.
Yep.
And there is one fairly large river in the way here, it looks like. So, you know, it's not the easiest, for sure.
Fun police.
Well, that's an unfortunate distraction as well.
Yep. Probably should have cast Heal more there.
Thou art dead message. Yeah, chat bringing up a good point too. One thing you can do is kind of do, you know, some markers like this lake that's right in the middle of the path. If you can mark down, hey, this is 1 south, 25 west, then you can start your count from there. Of course, if you screw up that count, you're going to screw up the future counts too, and it might just make it tougher.
Yep.
But up2's a trooper. He's just trying again here. So I think he's got the 9 south down. Just a matter of going a few more west. And he's got the spots. But unfortunately, it's the Fairy Flute. That is not the one he was hoping to find.
Right. But he's happy to have it, since he knows the golem is in Hawksness.
To do now. At least the Fairy Flute is useful.
Yep, at least look, that's what he's going to do now, is go kill that golem.
Yeah, the minor problem, though, is his fight's going to be a bit tougher. He's only got 62 hit points.
Yeah.
So when the golem wakes up and smacks him in the face, he's got to flute, then heal more, and hope he still gets free turns on the golem.
Yeah, he should still win, but
free fight, battle. It's just going to take longer.
Right. Edgeworth, meanwhile, still looking for Cole, still looking for the Jerk Cave. Well, actually, he may have found the Jerk Cave, I'm not sure. He needs the Staff Cave, rather.
Right. I think he's right next to Jerk Cave as it is. Oh, does he still need Staff of Rain Cave as well?
I think.
That's in Garen's basement, isn't it?
I don't remember, actually.
I believe it is, so he might be looking for Garen as well.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him get the staff anyway. He's going into this cave, so obviously he's still looking for some sort of cave. If he can manage to go more than 2 steps without an encounter. Up2 preparing for the golem battle.
Gets ambushed, so it's going to be a bit tougher for him as well. Oh, he just decides to run away.
Yep. He's going to run, he's going to heal up, try it again.
Yeah, he doesn't have infinite MP to try this. Oh, that's one thing I hadn't considered that's never come up for me. You gotta be very careful to use the fairy flute.
Not the fairy water. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can use the fairy water in battle. I know you can't cast
Fair
repel.
question. Oh, wow. Well, he gets a critical hit on the golem, which is nice, but the golem wakes up and casts heal more, and that's going to delay him even more here.
Yeah, probably should have put him to sleep before casting stop spell, but...
Yeah, luckily it worked out.
Yeah. Oh, well, he casts heal and it wakes up immediately.
And we've got a town for Edgeworth.
Yep, that would probably be Cole. Oh, the golem just keeps waking up.
No, this is actually Garanham.
Oh, okay.
So that's still good news for Edgeworth.
Yep, that will get him the staff.
Yep. He's also potentially looking for Death Necklace, although again, that's super unlikely to be a factor.
Yep. Yeah, 106 hit points, although they still have a little ways to go because they're not close on strength, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible that Death Necklace is relevant, but instead he's going to find some gold and 2 cans of Red Bull in the Garen treasury. HP does the golem have? I know we've upped it from what Vanilla had. I'm not sure what the actual number is.
153, I believe, is the max. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it's certainly more than the 70 I'm looking at in the bestiary.
Yeah. Yep, I believe in the remakes that's what he had, so...
Okay, so one interesting thing to note, up2 is also grinding in Hawksness like Edgeworth did before. He's very close to level 14.
I guess he did beat the golem, right?
Did he pick up the armor? I mean, this is a fair question, right? He had to have.
I would assume.
Is he healing HP? And I think the answer is yes. Well, we've got Cole for Edgeworth.
And did he get the staff? Keep watching one stream and missing the other.
It's so tough. I believe he did, yes.
Okay.
So he's just got to get the drop now.
Yep.
And if I recall, the drop was very close by. Also recalls that the drop is very close by. He's heading right back to the cave.
Oh yeah, he definitely is healing as he walks, so he must have the armor.
Yep. And Edgeworth also picks up level 16.
3 power.
Not much in the way of power.
18 speed and
Does pick
15 hit points, though.
Yeah, that Death Necklace is looking more and more viable.
Yep, he only needs about 8 more to make it worthwhile. Gets the rainbow drop. He is ready to go except for a few levels.
Curious to see where he chooses to grind. I mean, obviously he's got the Fairy Flute for golems. If he chooses to do that, he could just go to Charlock. Looks like up2 is going to go to Charlock. He's made his choice.
Yeah, golem with the Fairy Flute, generally not a good grind spot.
No. 6 seconds per Fairy Flute activation is pretty brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can fight him without the flute, it's not too bad, but...
Edgeworth makes what could be a miscalculation and dies to a red dragon, although he might have just been suiciding. It's tough to tell.
Yeah.
So he's gonna check his stats, see where he's at. Attack power, he's obviously not ready to handle the Dragon Lord. Sees that he's a little low on herbs, he might try and pick those up before going into Charlock. With this much MP, one of the tactics he could do is just try and get level 17 inside Charlock. His agility is also very good. He'll be able to run away from anything he wants in Charlock with a better than 50-50 shot.
Yep.
So all signs definitely point to Charlock as the optimal grinding spot here.
We will see what he decides to do. It looks like he's headed that way.
Decides to run from Wizard, though. That seems like pretty easy pickings for him.
Yeah, and
probably
also
just go ahead.
Wraith Knight there.
I mean, you should be able to one-shot a Wraith Knight. They are some of the best stuff to kill early on.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he does learn his lesson and kills a Wizard.
Yeah. Even at this point, I mean, one-shotting a Wraith Knight doesn't take any time at all, and they're decent experience for the amount of time it takes.
So up2 leaves Charlock, and I'm curious what his plan is. He found AKs inside Charlock. I'm not sure what else he saw in there. Looks like he's heading to Hawksnest. Looks like he's choosing his grind spot here.
Yep.
And we'll see if this path divergence pays off. Although I fear that Edgeworth is just too far ahead at this point.
Yeah.
Some bad luck on Edge's part to really catch up here. He's already fully kitted out. He's got the best equipment possible. He's got the Rainbow Drop. He's already on his way to meet the Dragon Lord.
Yep. It looks like he's diving. I don't know if he intends to level up and try to fight. Guess we'll see. If he uses any MP or not, we'll know.
Be interesting to see if he decides to raid the treasury while he's grinding too.
Yep.
Because there are potential scenarios where he gets another crazy HP level and not enough power, and then the Death Necklace starts becoming an option.
Yeah, meanwhile, up2 deciding to grind on the Golem. Well, he's doing it without the flute, so it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, the one issue is that he does have to stop spell in order to make it more efficient.
Yeah, well, definitely you're going to pretty much have to.
Yeah, so this is pretty much just like a Dragon Lord tank here. He's going to have to heal more just about every other turn. Sometimes it'll be nice and hit him for less. He doesn't have a silver shield, so he's still taking 20s to 30s damage on attacks.
Yeah. Well, he can,
20s to 40s, 40. Like.
Yeah, he can usually attack twice before he has to heal, but again, it's not a terrible decision.
Ooh, gets lucky on taking a chance. Didn't quite have the damage calculated out correctly, but Golem was nice, left him with 2 hit points.
Yep.
The problem I see here is this is actually really slow. Because he doesn't have Silver Shield, he's taking a lot more damage. He has to stop spell, which is using up some MP, and I mean, he's using up like 4 heal mores per fight here.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of time, not only casting the heal mores mid-combat, but healing the MP from this as well. I don't know that this is really better than just walking Charlock and using your MP on hurt mores against AKs.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't remember seeing a town near Charlock.
No, that's the other issue. There's no, well, and Hawksnest is right by Charlock as well. And maybe Breckenary is kind of close. I didn't get a good look at where that was, but Garen and Cole are pretty far away.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, there's nothing anywhere near Charlock. I mean, Garenham is closest, and it's still a pretty good walk.
Yeah, up2 may not even be able to kill this final golem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even get a level out of this grind yet.
Although, I mean, if he suicides on this, I mean, he goes back to the castle, which is not too far from Hawksnest.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Personally, I've kind of always resisted the golem grind, unless you're... the trick with the golem grind is it's really limited by your attack power almost more than anything else.
Yeah.
Sort of similar to if red dragons are in Hoxness. If you're only doing like 12 damage a shot, it's just not possible to do the grind fast enough compared to just walking around looking for... and obviously golems have a bit less defense, but they have more hit points. So it's just going to take too many turns for him to do that right now with lower attack power. He's only at 104, it looks like.
Yeah.
Now, if this were a case where he's looking for MP and he has more than enough power to handle the Dragon Lord, if he's got like 140 attack power or something and he's just grinding to try and get enough heal mores, that's much more viable for a golem grind because you're able to kill golems in 3-4 rounds as opposed to what he's having to do now. The other thing too is that Hawksness itself actually had pretty good enemies to grind on. And he's very close to level 15 right now. I would almost just try and hang out in the deserts and kill Druid Lords or whatever happens to be nearby. Meanwhile, Edgeworth does raid Charlock Treasury.
Yep.
Possibly looking for that death necklace.
And he has almost all of his MP. He's only used one heal more. So he might be intending to take on Dragon Lord if he gets enough strength here.
I did not see if he managed to pick up the death necklace. And if he didn't, then we know it's in the vanilla sword chest.
Yeah, I didn't see either.
And up2 takes another golem death, so still doesn't have level 15.
Yeah, that's a tough... He has to be aware, if he's going to do this grind, he has to be aware of how much damage the golem can do.
Yeah, taking too many chances.
I mean, it's a borderline call whether this is better than Charlock, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's being more efficient hurt-moring wolves on the way to Hawksness than he is fighting the golems inside. So he's just straight up going to level off with 2 wolves and a metal scorpion instead.
Yep.
But he is falling further and further behind. Edgeworth is now about 4,000 experience in the lead.
Yes.
Edgeworth does use another heal more, though. And he's very low on herbs as well. He's down to 1. Lots and lots of fun police in Charlock basements. That could help up2 as well. You know, it's all about that Charlock in the end game.
Yep. So this will not quite give him the level, Edgeworth.
No, and I feel like at this point he's basically given up on trying to kill the Dragon Lord in this dive. Although he's still certainly capable of figuring out what the mini-boss is.
Yep, unless he gets a ton of
that
strength.
could be very useful. If you find that the mini-boss is something that you know you might need to save. If it's a stone man, usually saving a sleep is a good idea. Or if something that you need to stop spell in order to get around sleep or heal more or something like that. Knowing that you have to use those 2 MP spells can help out your math quite a bit.
No strength. 60.
That's pretty rough.
Yep.
Level 17, not enough HP to make Death Necklace a factor yet.
Nope. Where's Empty Eye? 0 strength. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so one thing he might do then, I mean, he's still got about 100 MP left.
Yeah,
he can grind Red Dragons in Charlock Basement, and that's totally fine. Red Dragons are probably faster than Golems here.
Probably so.
It looks like he did pick up the Death Necklace. I did briefly see it in the item inventory, so he doesn't have to go looking for that in the Vanilla Sword location.
Alright, so yeah, if he gets
he can just grind on the mini-boss, potentially.
Yep, he gets another 6 MP.
Looks like
or
we've
6
got...
HP.
We've got Blue Dragons here as a mini-boss, so those are pretty benign.
Yeah, and he may decide to grind on this, actually, to get the level.
Oh, well, yeah, he absolutely should. He actually picked up enough agility last level to defense break Blue Dragons.
Wow.
thanks
yeah.
to that silver shield.
Yeah,
So that's actually
101.
pretty huge.
Yeah, 101 defense.
Yeah, this is going to be a super quick grind for him to get to 18.
Yep. This is much quicker than the golem, so it's the right choice here.
For sure. Yeah, it turns out this is actually the most efficient grind.
Now, if he happens to get 20 strength, he could actually take on Dragonlord.
Yeah, I mean, he is low on herbs. He's going to need to do some walk healing if that's the plan. Because Blue Dragons are still capable of hitting him for 16 damage, even through defense break.
Yep. Yeah, they're hitting him some. They're mostly defense broken, but not completely.
Yeah, it looks like he's still definitely on the plan of just cast outside and come back.
Yep. Probably so, yeah. I'm just saying that is a possibility. Yeah, so now he needs...
You have to get some really crazy strength out of level 18 to make this work.
Yeah, now he would need about 23.
Right, or a middle amount of strength and a middle amount of HP to make Death Necklace a thing.
Yeah, that is another possibility.
I don't know that Death Necklace is actually better, given that he's got so much defense, coupled with a lot of HP. That's a lot of double turns.
Yeah, that's another good point.
Yeah, we'll have to see where the numbers end up. If he gets another 0 power level, then obviously he's thinking different things than if he gets, 8 power.
Right. Yeah, that's true. With the amount of defense he has, yeah, he could easily get several double attacks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the damage range is for Dragonlord with 100 defense, but it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I can find out. 22 to 45.
Yeah, I had to imagine it was something like that.
Yeah, so that's about an average of 33 or so, which means he would get a double attack if the Dragonlord did 2 physicals most of the time.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the 103 agility there. Okay, now he's down to 82. So that's another 3 strength or so he would need. Not impossible. I've definitely seen strength gains of 30 or 40 on a level, but it's rare.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's kind of going in with this. My plan is I can't maintain keeping this MP and my sanity.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely. Know what he's going for here.
Doing the walk heal is very difficult with all the fun police around.
Yeah. Just
Even with that 103 agility, you can definitely fail 3-4 runs in a row and all your plans fall apart.
Yep.
But you can see how efficient this grind is for Edgeworth. He's picked up level 18. He's about 5,500 experience ahead now. Whoa! What do you know? Speaking of this crazy...
Oh, what was I talking about just now? So 21 power.
strength.
21 power. He's not quite there with the MP that he has. Well, but he has the hit points.
He has the Death Necklace too.
He should try
He's
it.
definitely looking at it. He's only got 1 herb.
I think he should not use the Death Necklace with this kind of strength. I feel like it's a detriment.
He disagrees with you.
Yes, obviously he does. But
we're going up to 143 attack power, but we're back into the danger zone for HP. I think he's going to have exactly 96, if I'm not mistaken.
But he will be doing...
Maybe 94 or so.
Yeah, he'll be doing about 17 damage to the Dragonlord per attack.
Well, with 10 heal mores, that's pretty good. If he doesn't get ambushed...
And he actually has enough MP. I think he can win this.
Yeah, he just needs to not roll low on all his damage rolls. Starting off with 17 damage, or 19 damage is pretty good.
Yep. And actually, I think he'll probably have 1 heal more left at the end of this. That's going to be my bet right there.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If he gets Dragon Fired for 48, he's got some decisions to make. Because he does have 96 max HP right now.
Yeah, that's true. But he can, he has one heal more to burn if he decides to.
Definitely true. The odds of getting double 48 breath are pretty low. I think it's exactly 12.5%, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Although
it's 50-50 whether it uses Dragon Breath and 25% for it to do 48 damage.
Yeah. Although once he hits a 48, then the odds are higher of getting another one.
Yeah, then it's 50-50. Either he does or he doesn't. That's how that works. I mean, yeah, he gets to take an inventory, figure out how much damage he's done, figure out how many heal mores he has left, figure out if he needs to take that risk.
Yeah.
Up2's hit level 16 on these golems, but it's kind of a slow grind. Although it gets easier with the more hit points he gets, for sure.
Yep. This should be close here. He probably needs one more attack.
Yeah, Dragonlord's been fairly kind to him. He did not do any 48s, I don't think.
And there it is.
That will be a victory for Edgeworth.
That was incredible victory there, and good of him to realize that he just got enough power to actually win that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed fairly obvious his plan was to just cast outside and try and come back with more MP, but that power gain at level 18 was massive.
Yep. And,
21 strength, and he figured out on the fly, hey, I've got 10 heal mores, I'm going to have 143 attack power, I think I can do this, and if I don't, so what? I'll just come back with full MP and do it that way too.
If he doesn't, he's wasted a couple minutes, but, come back and do it again.
Yep, and that is a GG for Edgeworth.
For Edgeworth. Like I was just saying just before that, though, you never know how much power you're going to get.
And once again, we apologize for the tracker's timer. Obviously, he did not finish in a 45-minute time. That would be insane at level 18.
Yeah.
I posted the time in the chat. 1 hour, 36 minutes, 39 seconds. Still a very good time. And hopefully, once Edgeworth is done doing his victory lap, he'll join us on Discord shortly.
Yep, that was an incredible level there.
Up2 has seen the bad news yet, but he's gonna keep on grinding.
It's that way. Assume Edgeworth will join us in Discord momentarily. I was going to say Up2 dives to the golem, but it looked like it was planned.
Yeah, he had run out of resources.
Yeah. So yeah, he is level 16. I forgot to hit that.
We had some other pressing matters.
Yeah.
Very close Dragonlord fights.
Yeah, I forgot to hit that.
Managed to do it with one attack left. He had about potentially two. He had 70 hit points left, I think. But out of heal mores.
Yep, and there's Edgeworth. Looks like he's joined the Discord.
Hello, hello.
Hello, and congratulations, Edgeworth. Well done.
Thank you. I felt like I made some serious mistakes trying to hold on to that money at the beginning, but I felt the rest of the game went pretty well. Other than not finding Cole Garham in both caves.
Yeah, that was something we were worried about. Your opponent did find Cole and Garen a bit earlier than you, had the token before any of the other big items, so to speak. So that, I mean, that could have been a thing at the end where you could just spend a half an hour trying to find Cole and lose a race based on that. But you
Yeah,
didn't.
I,
You
I
made it
felt
work.
I felt like I was behind enough where I had to take a gamble on fighting my way down, and fortunately, the Blue Dragon spot was a great place to power level.
Yeah, I mean, I think you had 101 defense. You're actually defense breaking Blue Dragons, which is a fairly rare sight. So that was pretty awesome. And you even went strength HP. It's not like you went agility and had tons of defense to spare here. Just the stats lined up for you pretty well.
Yeah, it was interesting distribution. I was almost wondering, am I gonna have this low HP for how long? And is there going to be a death necklace for MP at some point if this keeps happening?
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty surprised the Death Necklace strat ended up being a thing because right around like level 14, it seemed like HP or strength was going to be what lagged behind, but then the HP started kicking in.
Yeah,
And
I
of
think there was
course,
like
that level 18.
yeah, 20 strength.
Yeah.
So,
So I mean, tell us your thought process once you were diving Charlock, because that bottom floor had lots and lots of fun police that were using up a few heal mores.
My thought was, I'm I'll see if I get a pretty big strength level up, and then just give it a shot. I wasn't expecting 20, but if it was, pretty close, I was definitely going to give it a try. And if it didn't work out, there's always hurt more strats. But it
Yeah. Well,
just,
you didn't need that. And to borrow some card playing terms, you played to your outs. It looked like, and it worked out.
yeah, I don't know where up to no good was when I was leveling to 18, but I felt like I was behind at that point and had to take a gamble.
Turns out, near the end, you were pretty much always 2 levels ahead of him. Um, he he had some trouble counting out the overworld item, and he decided to grind on golems in Hawksness, which have slowed him down a little bit. Had some unfortunate luck, a few deaths there. But I mean, other than the very, very early game, he had a bit of an experience lead early on. He got hurt more first, um, but you managed to catch up fairly quickly
Yeah,
once you also got hurt more.
I kept running into AKs, and I don't think I missed a double hurt more that entire game. So that was pretty
We
fortunate.
Yeah, I did notice you died to red dragons quite a bit while exploring. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the beast, but it didn't stop you in the end. Yeah, you honestly had a pretty commanding lead at the end. It's still going to take up to quite some time to level to 18 and finish the seed out. So very well done.
Thanks, Crystal.
so what was
And
your plan when you were grinding on the Blue Dragon? I'm
uh,
just curious. I assume you were
well,
planning to outside out and heal up after the after you got the right level.
that was originally the plan. If I wasn't expecting 20 strength, but maybe like if I got lucky and got 15 or so, I might have given the Dragon Lord a shot. But yeah, 20 plus the Death Necklace made it real easy to go in there with 10 heal mores.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. And actually, I was just saying before that, I was mostly joking, but it's like he only needs about 20 strength, and he'll be able to take Dragon Lord with the MP he has. And what do you know?
All right, so I have you to thank for that. All right, it's like what's it's not the commentator's curse. What would the reverse of that be?
The
I guess.
commentator's blessing,
Yeah,
of
that's what I was
course.
thinking.
There you go.
And every time he used to heal more, I was upping that a little bit. Like, okay, he needs about 3 more strength now.
Yeah,
But,
the other thing
yeah.
that ended up being a big help for you too was you did the full gold grind, flame sword, magic armor, silver shield. Up2 never did a gold grind. He still has the large shield, and that's actually probably cost him quite a few deaths on these golems and some other stuff too.
Yeah, there was just so much nasty stuff around that. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it down to the bottom of the grave, so I opened the top 3 chests again just so I could do a gold grind. It so happened that I was able to clear it out, but I just wanted to do that so it wasn't a wasted trip.
Yeah, that's a pretty good priority. Definitely paid off for you. So very good routing.
Kind of hoping to get repel a little earlier, but and then noticed that my inventory was full after trying to buy fairy waters.
Yeah, that was one thing I was definitely happy to see was both of you did try to buy some fairy water. Although I don't know that either of you ended up using any, unfortunately. I think Up2 did actually use one spritz of the cologne. So yeah, I mean, any more comments? I know we kind of beaten it to death. You thought the run went pretty well, but anything special that came up that you noticed that you wanted to make a note of?
Not really. Just some thanks to Mr. Holmes for giving me some Dragon Lord math lessons.
Ooh, getting the inside info from the master. I see.
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's always nice to have in your back pocket too.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta make it a little further. The master list of correct answers going a little further than this.
Well, hey, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you are currently winning the fantasy bracket. Healthy 4-point lead here.
Well, I mean, with the next matches in the winners bracket, they can go anyway. It's gonna be all the matchups are gonna be really good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to sugarcoat it for me. Honestly, we've both got both of the winners semifinals matchups going the exact same way, with me losing. so I mean, that's fine. Yeah, do we both have yeah, we both have Ness Cardinality and Mr. Holmes in the grand final, so it's going to be really hard for me to catch up on this fantasy bracket.
Yeah, mine's pretty low as well.
Yeah, McGrew, I see you in 10th place here.
Although I got yours right, I had you up to Ness Cardinality. I did have you losing to him, but we'll see.
Yep, you're probably going to have the semis right as well there.
Yep, I have Game Boy and Ness Card in the semis, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, even my own bracket has me losing to Ness Cardinality here. I'm not under any misconceptions that that's not going to be an extremely difficult match for me.
Yep.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Just looking ahead, it looks like I get the winner of your matchup, McGrew, between yourself and Jay Coper.
Yeah, that's right.
If I can manage to pull off an upset with Jay Coper, then we will meet.
Oh, good luck with your match, McGrew.
Thank you.
And probably have to hop out. Got a FFR run to commentate in about 5 minutes. I'm thankful this wasn't like Jackamus's 3+ hour seed.
Yeah, I know it's difficult to juggle responsibilities between multiple tournaments, so we appreciate you fitting in one of these final draw round matches. And McGrew, do you know when your next draw round match is against Jay Coper? Do you have that scheduled?
Yeah, that is tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I believe, or maybe 9 o'clock.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule now. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, Edgeworth, thank you very much for joining us on Discord, and have fun commentating your FFR race. That's going to be a blast, I imagine.
Will do, and thanks again for the commentary and restream, guys.
Of course.
No problem.
All right, and congratulations again to Edgeworth. In the meantime, Up2, he has not given up. He is diving Charlock. He is up to level 17. So we'll see if he gets the level on the way as well. I imagine he will.
Yep, he's not too close yet, and he's not damage breaking the blue dragon like Edgeworth was, but
Yeah, not damage breaking blue dragons, but still damage breaking, green dragon, star wyvern type stuff.
yep. Although he's still,
Quite up to Axe Knight, unfortunately.
yeah, he does have all his MP though, so he can grind for
Yeah,
a
that's
little
pretty
while.
good.
He needs about 2,000 experience.
Probably a little bit closer to 1,300 at this point. Or
Oh,
14,250.
right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yep, so even closer. Having some trouble getting away from Fun Police, even with 103 agility. They will put the smackdown on you
Yep.
and enforce martial law.
Indeed, they will.
So once again, kudos for not giving up here. Does have 4 herbs, it looks like, so I don't know if he's debating buying more or debating the forfeit. Nope, he's soldiering on. That's good to see. Sherlock, not a very long walk from Tanagal, although it looks like the Swamp Cave might have actually been a quicker route. Swamp Cave kind of deposits you just one screen west of Charlock.
Yeah. Maybe.
Making the correct enemy choices here. He's going to run away from an AK and then kill a wizard.
He's going to try to run from a blue dragon. Yeah, they're still doing.
Yeah, obviously trying to grab level 18 on the way down if he can. Unlike Edgeworth, he's not defense breaking blue dragons, so they're still going to deal high teens, low 20s damage.
Yep, and not having very good run luck from them for some reason.
And that 100, it's sometimes you just got a sanity check. He's going to look at that status screen. He's like, man, I've got 103 agility. Blue dragons effectively have what, like 42 agility? It should be no problem at all. But
yep, and then he fails to run from a stone man just to pour a little more salt in the wound.
Yeah, that's roughly the same run chance as a blue dragon. Stone mans have 40 agility. So really shouldn't be a problem for 103 agility, and yet there it is. There's Dragon Warrior Randomizer in a nutshell for you.
Yep. AK-47.
Oh my gosh.
Not letting him run.
This is just the worst run luck. This is just terrible. I mean, really just sad. I mean, now imagine if this kind of horrible luck had happened to Edgeworth, how close this race might be.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Edgeworth got the Charluck this time. Ooh, I do like realizing the shortcut is in play here. That's good awareness.
Yep.
So he's going to take Swamp Cave, get deposited just one screen away from Charlock, and have a much quicker return. Finds no enemies on the way either, so that's real nice too.
Only 4 herbs. He won't need them, though. If he makes it down there with all or most of his MP.
Well, hey, I mean, look how tough this top floor at Charlock has been for him, and this isn't even the Fun Police floor.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Although he's going to have plenty of wizards and Axe Knights and the like to
Just
in order to get level 18 here. I mean, if you're up to no good, you might almost be thinking, I need level 19.
Yeah, he's probably thinking that. Yeah. I mean, no one expects to get that kind of power.
Well, it's tough to say. I mean, having seen Edgeworth finish already, he might be thinking, there's no way I'm that far behind.
Yeah, that's possible.
When you see things like that, I mean, especially in a larger race, typically I'm thinking, well, the next few levels have to be massive because I don't think I'm, a half an hour behind here. Yeah. Level 18 might be exactly enough. And I mean, look at his MP. His MP is just overflowing. His HP is totally fine. His agility is totally fine. So he honestly doesn't need that much strength in order to make it viable. And but he's going to get more than enough for what he needs.
Yeah. Debating on whether to fight the Axe Knight.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. He's not defense breaking him, so he's going to take some damage, but he is on full HP. I do tend to, based on, you're going to be walking all the way down to the basement. You're going to get your HP back little by little. It's different if you're starting the fight at 60 HP, then you might want to run.
Yeah.
But with full HP, you've got some leeway here. And 130 experience is certainly welcome.
Yep, an Axe Knight for the most part, he can two-shot, so...
Yep, and hey, look, just exactly like I said, he encounters another one at 80 HP. It looks like almost 3 straight spots for Axe Knights. And then he does decide to run away because he started the fight with low HP.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's doing exactly what he needs to. He's playing things right, I think. He's just had some worse luck overall than Edgeworth did.
Now we get to see that luck in play here. Another red dragon. Would turn some sound on. I don't think he is broadcasting any sound though.
Okay. Well, yeah. Maybe we can get some nice music in there for the chat.
I don't know if I have it queued up or not.
And as up2 approaches the mini boss, he's going to get pretty close to that level 18. He's not going to need too many more fights in order to get there. Decent encounter luck as well. He's fighting werewolves and Axe Knights instead of fun police. And he has, like you said, managed to keep all of his MP.
Yep.
Which is fairly impressive.
He'll be pleasantly surprised when he gets to that level. Yeah, at this point, even if he has to burn 6 heal mores, he's still good.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think he got the death necklace, but I'm actually not sure equipping the death necklace was even correct.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a tough... At the strength level he had, it probably didn't help much, if any. And it might
well, you know what?
hurt.
I'll say this. Whether or not death necklace was correct for Edgeworth, it's certainly not for up2 because he doesn't have the silver shield. Sitting at 96 HP. I don't know... what his damage range is, it's probably peaking at like 48 or 49. up2 comes across the blue dragon, tries to throw a sleep at it, which is not likely to hit. They fully resist sleep, so not sure if that was a miscue or what.
Yeah, he probably figured, oh, I'll have some MP to spare. Maybe wasn't sure what their sleep resistance was.
He does give up a heal spell to do that. Ooh, he chose to walk without heal mooring. Runs into the fun police, but manages to get away with that 103 agility. Still doesn't have level 18, though, so he's got to fight some other stuff.
Yep. Werewolf's a good choice here.
Far away, this werewolf's going to make him one enemy away, no matter what he kills at this point.
Yep.
So he's basically looking for another werewolf or an Axe Knight.
Yep. Werewolf, Axe Knight, Wizard, something like that.
Yep.
And Red Dragon's what he gets.
Yeah, not fun police. That's the one you don't want.
Right. Yep, and there they are again.
Yeah, I mean, walking right in front of the Dragon Lord, you might expect to see some dragons.
Nah.
I mean, I know that's not how the game actually works, but Wow, I mean, look at this
Just no
beefy walk
encounters.
heal, though.
And there's another werewolf.
He just healed like 50 HP. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
He's just
werewolves are
taunting
damage
the
broken.
Dragon Lord. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm healing, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, killing
his
that
level.
werewolf. Grants him level 18. He's going to get the good news. 21 strength. I love it.
Yeah. He's
Checking out his stats.
just to make
Hopefully.
sure he read that
Yeah,
right.
I mean, he's doing that math. He's like, wow, yeah, that is way more than enough. No death necklace here. I don't think he even went into the treasury to grab it, but this should be a completely free fight. He's even got some herbs if he wants to use them on DL1. Doesn't even need to.
Yeah, I mean, Dragonlord can only do 47 physical to him, so it's not...
Yeah, 93 defense is definitely more than enough to get him outside of that super danger range of, oops, I didn't plan on dying at 49 hit points.
Yeah. And he, with that damage range, he'll probably get a few double attacks, so...
Yep, in fact, one to lead off.
Maybe there doesn't need them. He still has a good 5 or 6 heal boards to spare.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't misclick and try and cast Hurt More or accidentally something like that, this should be completely free.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about this graphics hack ROM here is the dialogue box on Dragonlord is a little messed up. Doesn't
Yeah, that
look
is
quite
kind of
as
weird.
cool.
I was noticing that myself.
Doesn't look quite as cool like that. Yeah, I'm not
He
sure
does
where
get
that
a pretty
ROM...
weak heal more.
Yeah. Not sure where that ROM came from, but it seems to be kind of all over the internet. I've seen quite a few people with it.
Yeah, I remember downloading a ROM hack at one point that had spliced in some Dragon Warrior 4 graphics, which were kind of questionable. Like, honestly, personally, I think the Dragon Warrior 4 treasure chests are some of the dumbest looking NES treasure chests. They're just like, they're these, it's like your grandmother's box she keeps at the top of the closet that holds that flower hat or something like that. One of those. That's what all the treasures are in Dragon Warrior 4. They just look so weird. I mean, especially since, they already had 3 Dragon Warriors with perfectly good treasure chest graphics. Like,
Right.
What was the problem? And I really must say, up2's actually having a really rough fight. He's getting pretty much the low end of all of his damage rolls. Lots and lots of 9s and 10s.
Yeah.
When he's capable of doing 16 damage. I think his damage range is 8 to 16, and he's hit a lot of 9s and 10s. Now this fight should still be free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's got so many heal mores, it doesn't even matter how bad of a fight he has. He
Yeah.
ends up winning this fight with 4 to spare.
Yep. So, not even a close fight. Although that does bring into question if Edgeworth had not used the death necklace.
Right, yeah. I mean, like I said, I think, especially with Silver Shield, like, he was going to get so many extra turns here.
Yeah, but Edgeworth only had 82 MP when he started the fight, so it may not
That's
have been
true.
enough.
All right, and we've got confirmed up to no good. Finishes 2 hours, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. So GG to up2 here.
Indeed.
And we will invite him to join us in the Discord. up2 talks to us in SRL chat like, man, you guys are still streaming this race? Of course we are, man.
Of course.
Not gonna desert you. Is that an up to we see in chats?
Yes, what's happening?
Hey, well, GG, sir. We apologize for making you think we deserted you, I guess.
No, I didn't think that. I just, I wasn't sure if everybody would still be there.
Oh no, you still got plenty of viewers in chat cheering you on. Thank you, honestly though, for continuing through. That's a lot of people would just give up and forfeit and say, "Oh gosh darn it!" But yeah, you pulled it through. You managed to get the good news of the 21 strength at level 18.
Yeah, there might have been a little bias there. I figured, like, the other guy already finished, so it had to be coming up soon, right?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in the race, too. That happens sometimes in races. You're like, man, he already finished. There's no way I'm that far behind. The next couple levels must be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Felt like a struggle, but it was surprising to see that he finished that fast, but...
yeah, he had a pretty solid run throughout. He did have some trouble with red dragons all over the overworld, but yeah, very solid run from Edgeworth. I'd say you did pretty good too. You had some trouble grinding a lot of the time. Lots of deaths in Hawksness, unfortunately.
I don't think that was enough to make the difference, but I'll be curious to see what happened in the earlier part of the game, how I fell that far behind. I had to have been really far behind just getting to the grinding spot if you had finished.
In the very early stages of the race, you were ahead. You got Hurtmore first, which helped you get a little bit of a lead. Your paths diverged a little bit in the exploration. You found it was a little bit later, but you found Cole in Garanham before he did. But I believe he got keys first. Pretty big for him.
Yes, yeah, I did not go that way to find Rimaldar until a little later. But I don't think the keys really led to a lot of very important stuff. The sword was in the mountain cave, which was way in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know if you found Cantlin and the mountain cave early.
Not super early, but still earlier than you. One thing he did do was the gold grind. He found Rimaldar early enough, and Rimaldar's shop was, as McGrew said, the Apple Store. It had all the expensive stuff you wanted.
That's right. I did make a note of that, and then, yeah, I never ended up going back there. It just was so late by the time I found the mountain cave. It just felt like I didn't need any equipment anymore at that point.
Yeah, that's totally fair. You already had Hurtmore, obviously, so in theory it was saving time not to do the gold grind and bother getting stuff that you were just going to obsolete pretty quickly anyhow.
I'm going to be curious to watch how he ran this. I'm not sure what I did wrong exactly. The game just was a struggle. There was a lot of dying. I felt the HP was really low for a while in the exploration. We had like 50 HP for quite a while. So I was getting one-shotted by Dragonlord Breath and stuff like that.
I think in the end, what really made the difference was just in the order you guys found things in exploration. So when you were trying to kill Hawksness Golem at like level 14, you only had about 60 hit points to do that. And meanwhile, Edgeworth was getting around that point at level 16 once he had already hit like the 90s in HP. So it was a lot easier for him and a lot quicker for him to do a lot of the errands he needed to do. I think that was really the major difference.
The armor was the only thing left for me, so I just kept feeling like I had to either find Cantlin or go fight the Golem in Hawksness, and just finding Cantlin took absolutely forever for me.
Yeah, I think your methodology and your routing, I think your methods were totally fine. It just, sometimes the exploration luck, you find things in a different order, and sometimes that can cost you alone. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the video will be a learning experience. I always go back and watch every race as much as I can because there's always stuff to learn no matter what.
I'll be watching it right after this. Did he ever find the overworld item then, or did he bother counting it out?
Yeah, he did get the fairy flute, and he got it on the first try too. That's, I guess, another thing that cost you a
I don't
few
know. I
minutes
hardly
here and
ever
there.
miscount like that, and I don't know what happened there. It was a strange situation to miscount.
Yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking to see you're like 3-4 spots away every time you were searching. A few tiles here, a few tiles there. Luckily it wasn't a super long walk to try and get there. But
Yeah,
he
I'm not
did. He did
sure.
end up getting fairy flute and then going to Hawksness and getting the armor that way.
So I'm just trying to figure out what maybe he didn't do then that saved him so much time. Because wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, we've all got some homework to do. It looks like to really delve into that and figure that out.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. Races coming up. I know this week we have a whole bunch of them. So
Yeah, hopefully you're going to be doing any more commentary.
I might. I've had a problem with my mic seems to cut in and out. I don't know how you guys all solve that. So I've been kind of shying away from doing more.
Well, that's too
commentary.
bad. Well,
I'm not sure what's
so far on this Discord, you sound perfectly fine to me. So hopefully you can either get that resolved or just not care and hope it works.
Yeah, I'll sign up for some of those. It's been fun. I know that they need all the help they can get in the early rounds. There's so many races.
Yeah, and I mean, I've listened to a couple of the races you've commentated, and I think you do a great job. So keep at it for sure.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. Any other comments
right.
on your run? I know it's a little bit heartbreaking. That unfortunately is your exit from the tournaments.
Yeah, I was bummed about that. I thought I had a shot at least one more win, but credit to Edgeworth on really a very efficient run, I guess. I'm not even sure. I'm looking at my map here. I'm not sure what I could have done differently. I wish, I need to get better at figuring out how to draw maps without losing time that way, but that's only a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the difference here was some 20-some minute difference, so it's tough to really get a grasp on all the different things that add up to that. I honestly do think that luck is just a huge factor there. I mean, maybe like 15 minutes of difference with just the order you find things and the level you do it at. There's some little things here and there that hopefully you'll watch the video and figure out, I guess. But
should be fun.
Yeah. Right, well, I guess until next time, hopefully we'll see you commentating some races soon.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me. I guess I'll sign off so you can wrap it up.
All right, McGrew, any more comments?
Nope, not really anything to add.
All right, well, GG to both the racers. Again, Edgeworth is going to be facing the winner of the McGrew J. Coper match. That is the final match of the Droll round in the losers bracket. So, McGrew, good luck with that when that comes up.
Yep, that'll be a tough one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep. I've got my own difficult match coming up. That's going to be on Monday. We're going to have a doubleheader for the two winner semifinal matches on that's Labor Day for us in North America as well. So hopefully we'll get a nice big audience. Lots of hype for 2 matches in a row, so that'll be nice.
Yep.
I know myself, I'll be commentating another match tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. I'm just looking to see who's going to be racing that. That's going to be between Sparkover and JJ Schmidt 77. So that'll be a fun race.
Yeah. That should be a very good one.
All right, so everybody should come back for that. I know, you're racing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Randomizer Mania 2 as well. So everybody gets their choice. Maybe once your race finishes, everybody comes back over here to Randomizer Mania, watches the end of the Sparkover JJ Schmidt race. And thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you for sticking through. I know there were some issues with the trackers. McGrew, thank you so much for restreaming and handling all that crazy Linux Matrix business.
Yeah, a glimpse of my desktop there.
All right, well, I guess that's it for us then. We'll be signing off. Thank you again to everybody in chat for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow night on both Randomizer Mania and Randomizer Mania 2. 2 more races tomorrow night.
All right, yep. Hope to see you guys there.
All right, take care, everyone. Have a good night.